It makes it a lot more difficult to surprise you when we have to start recording video. Video is, it killed the radio star, is what it did.
That's what they
and
say.
They weren't joking. Who sang that? Hula Baloo, Hubaloo,
Those are the
Kaja Goo and the boys.
Yep.
Right?
Got it.
Joni Mitchell and the Schlander Bams. Hey guys, welcome to, I don't know. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I feel like I'm ahead of myself. I'm already trying to introduce myself.
Slow down.
Deep breath. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. We're gonna get it together. Maybe not. What I was saying while you guys sat through our production meeting right there during the theme song is that there was a band called Kaja Goo in the 80s.
Okay.
And they sang Too Shy, Hush, Hush, I Do I. And they called themselves Kaja Goo because that's baby. It was like baby talk. It's like Kaja Goo.
Oh.
And that's why they called themselves that. I'm not trying to get inside the head of an 80s pop star. Hey guys, I'm Brandon Birdwell. Welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. And I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the thing. The podcasting duo.
Of the Goo.
Of the Kaja Goo.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engel. I'm the other half.
And
Welcome.
you're going to have to carry us today because I'm getting it together. I am, when your engine light's on, but you don't know like what the reason?
Sure.
That's me today. You could do a deep dive on all the stuff.
Right.
All of it.
But that car's going to be in a shop for a while.
It's going to be. We're kicking tires left and right, but you know what's happening?
No one does.
Brandon opens his mouth, you know what comes out? Kaja Goo is what comes out of my stupid baby talk maw right now.
Guys, welcome to episode 62.
62.
How's everybody doing?
Great. I've been trying to every episode when 62, like when it's each number, I'm like, oh, this is a milestone because of this. Mm-hmm. What's the 62?
Kaja Goo.
Kaja Goo. Welcome to episode Kaja Goo.
That's the one.
Spencer Campbell's number in high school football was 62.
How do you remember that?
Hi,
Spencer.
I have a savant level recall for stuff that I'll never use again.
That doesn't matter.
Do you want to know math? Not your guy. You want to know? Do you want to know what line AC Slater said after they knocked Mr. Belding's toupee into the punch bowl after he and Zach had a fight?
What was that?
Preppy, you're all wet. That's what he says, and he says it just like that. It's the worst delivered line in the history of television.
Preppy.
And he says it after they've been fighting and throwing punch on each other, which is, by the way, the milquetoastiest way to impress the new girl at school.
Stage fighting.
I'm gonna take this ladle, dip it in the communal punch at the max,
yes,
and I'm gonna stuff it down your pants. That's what Zach does, down the front of his pleated puffies.
And the audience goes,
And Zach sits there and is like, oh, they let it happen and they realize what's happening. But whenever they come to afterwards, it's like they've been in this weird high school fighting fugue state. And he says, look, Preppy, you're all wet. Like he doesn't realize that they just have been pouring punch on each other.
So bizarre. Yeah, what guy stands there and lets another fella pour punch down his pants?
Zach Morris, that's who.
Pour punch down his pleated pants.
Pour. It's a real good one for Droopy. Pour punch down my pleated pants.
Oh my gosh. Saved by the Bell, completely done.
Dude, if I was an eccentric billionaire, that's my first project I'm greenlighting.
You've got so many projects on that list.
It's my dance card's full.
It's full
with very important stuff.
Oh. Someday you'll get around to them.
Get ready when I hit those mega millions for media to get real dumb.
Yeah, because it's not yet. What you been up to this week or weekend? Obviously, we've got a podcast. What you been up to?
Hey, come on! Why'd you throw us in there? Like I
thought you'd agree wholeheartedly.
You know what I do? I do, and that's the problem. I'm a self-loathing podcaster who just I don't believe in myself. I'm not even positive I exist this week. But at the same time, I'm here and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And that's all that you can ask of a guy like me.
Sure.
You know?
No.
Old Captain Reliable.
What you been up to? What's been happening?
Existing, apparently.
Also, first and foremost.
That's the where you can't put on someone else's oxygen mask until you put yours on first.
That's what they say.
That's how I live my life. But weekend stuff. Went and saw some pals play some music the other night. That was fun.
What was happening? Tell us.
Got me out of the house.
Yeah.
It was dear friends.
Dear friends.
Chris Weiser and Michael Trepanier.
Hi, Michael.
And then also some other friends as well. Bo, Dustin, Chase, some other fellas.
Hi, fellas. Hi, Tigers.
But we're calling out Michael and Weiser because they actually listen to the podcast.
And because they play music with you.
And they do, and are going to coming up here pretty soon. But they did a Tom Petty tribute show, and it was really fun. Did it at the Tower Theater. People were really stoked. A lot of Tom Petty fans out there.
There's a lot of us.
I don't know why I'd forgot. I see what you did there. There's a lot of us. I'm a card-carrying member.
I'm a petty pal.
It's
what
not what they call them.
That's what they will call them now.
If they do, there's going to be fewer of them, I feel like. I feel like don't.
Petty pal.
Don't do it.
I'm the supreme petty princess.
That's
of the petty pal fan
somehow
club.
Better. That's not true. Taylor Swift is the supreme petty princess. Have you heard her songs about these poor guys? Listen, shots fired.
Taylor, we love you.
Taylor, you would not care for me if we met, probably.
Come on the podcast and let's see.
We'll hash it out. Taylor, listen, you're very successful.
Very.
I'm
no one more successful than you, Tay.
I'm not jealous. You know?
No.
I'm not jealous of you.
It's obvious.
I'm not a petty princess.
You're the petty princess.
Whatever. You're the petty princess anyways.
Okay, so the Tom Petty tribute concert.
Yeah, which I do know for a fact that these gents have been practicing incredibly hard for, because
it's
a ton of songs, and also it's like you're covering beloved songs.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't mess them up.
It's a lot of pressure.
If you're playing with me and you mess up one of my songs, no one's gonna know the difference.
It's okay.
Don't agree with that.
It's not okay.
You should be like the Brands. That's what we call Brandon fans. Are gonna be so upset.
The Brandon buds.
They're gonna start throwing their friendship bracelets on stage. How dare you? You know?
The Brands.
The Brands. We're a bunch. There's 12 of us. There's 12 of us. And we
doesn't.
Dude, I cannot wait for a band to do a Brand cover set because it's going to be well attended. What I'm going to do is tell everyone I'm going to just start telling people I'm playing Tom Petty songs from now on and really let them down.
Packing out the place.
You guys thought I was going to play Tom Petty, but here's some Brandon songs. 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
sad.
Nuts.
Anyways.
Sad.
It's my sad boy stuff.
I know.
Golly.
I love your music.
I have some sad ones, and I was opening for Grady one time, and it was in a small venue, and we had to sound check back to back, and they sound checked the biggest, happiest, funnest song ever, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna be back up here in a little bit, but first listen to this sad boy. And I came up solo, no band, and just went right into it was
what song?
Lachrymose. At best, macabre at worst, Lachrymose. All right, everybody, Grady and Spencer and the work are going to come up here later and make you feel good. But first, who's ready to get Lachrymose? Mercury Lounge? Pop the top on whatever depressant you're sipping on. And here's an even bigger bummer.
Stop it. Your music is lovely, and you've got some happy tunes as well.
I do.
You run the gamut.
I do. I from Lachrymose to
celebratory.
Okay. I was looking for an L. What's an L? Happy L. Happy L.
Loquacious. No.
That's got to be it.
Okay. We're
gonna go with it.
Okay. That's a lot of words. Loquacious. Like you talk a lot.
The most loquacious and lachrymose. You guys might have got the loquacious lachrymose lad from the plains. He's here to make you feel bad, make you feel good, and also he's gonna improve your vocabulary. He's like an SAT, except not the math part, because you don't want that. That will make you lachrymose. Anyways, so saw somebody's play some Tom Petty, and
so fun.
gotta say, killed it.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. They sounded great. I was rocking.
I wish I could have gone. I was set to go with you.
You had stuff.
I had stuff. Well, I preached this weekend, and I ended up, that was Saturday night, this show, and I ended up making some last minute changes to my sermon, as you do, the night before. And so anyway, I wasn't able to come, and I was sad about that because I am a petty pal.
You are a petty pal. And honestly,
I love Tom Petty. Always have.
come on, everybody. Get those hands out of your petty pockets and clap along with it. Stop being petty and get petty. 2, 3, 4. Sad. That's
Wow.
that's what I like to do. I like to build you up, only to ruin your night.
Bring you down.
Yeah. My only regret about the petty spectacular, as I'm calling it, is that I had to bail a tiny bit early to come back because Ben had been promised an office sleepover.
Yes.
And I needed to make it back in time for that. So I missed the closing song, which apparently Weiser sang. I saw footage of it. He killed it. But I did hear him sing before, and he was great. It was fun. Super fun.
I love it.
I've never been to a Tom Petty show, but I've been to the Next Best Thing.
That's right.
and check it off my bucket list.
Bo Jennings and the Tigers
There you go.
are the petty pals. Guys, it's back to school week. The next time we record, all of our children will be back in school.
Thank you, producer. Yes, loquacious, tending to talk a great deal.
Yeah.
Verbose, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm that too.
Lachrymose and verbose.
That's the us story.
Who's who?
You're verbose, and I'm very lachrymose. Except for when you're lachrymose, and then I'm verbose.
Yeah.
We're pretty terrible, the both of us.
Yin and yang. Oh.
Sometimes yin and yin, and those times suck. Only closely followed by when we're yang and yang. You know? When we're both lachrymose, get out of this outhouse. Nobody needs you in here. The most lachrymose duo on the Podsphere.
I wonder how many people.
Cold hands, cold hands. Just a couple of sad sack petty pockets. Wallflowers, hands in their petty pockets. Come on, get them out. Clap along on the 1s and 3s. Clap like a Baptist. Get in here.
Sponsor us, Baptists.
Do it.
Well.
So that's what I did, and that's what you did. You had the sermon.
I had a sermon. I sure did. And here's a funny story that I was going to share with the listeners that I shared with our congregation.
Can't wait to hear it.
Welcome to Pastor's Corner. Organ. Brain.
I'm adding it in there.
Okay.
It's gonna be really like dissonant minor chords, though. It's gonna
Phantom of the Opera?
Dude, what freaking Lurch from the Addams Family.
This doesn't.
Pastor's Corner. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
She's teachy and she's preachy. Oh man.
When I ran for student council president in the 7th grade, no, 6th grade going into 7th, my
her voice is kind of screechy.
Stop it. My election team wrote a song to the theme for the Addams Family because that movie had just come out.
You had a team?
I had a team.
Wow.
I had a campaign manager. This was little Leslie Knope.
I was about to say, that's pretty amazing.
So anyway, they wrote a song, and it was the Ashley candidate, and they sang it at the thing. And guess what? I know you're furrowing your brow. Guess who won? This gal.
Yeah.
How? Not sure.
Did anyone stand up and say, "We will vote if you stop"?
Maybe
this
that's why.
Song right now.
Maybe that's why. That was Crindy's idea.
What?
Marketing genius.
I mean, clear.
Riding that Addams Family wave.
No press is bad press, I suppose.
That's what they say. Anyway, so I preached this weekend on.
You were like the Fonz. So cool. Shut up. You were. I gotta say, if I'm not sure. I don't know. You comb through the annals of history. High schools across the country.
Middle schools.
Who's who? Who's who among leather jacket wearing coolios? Got some candy cigarettes rolled in my left sleeve. Got a switchblade comb in my back pocket, singing personalized Addams Family songs.
You can talk to Crindy about it. It worked. Somehow I was voted student council president in middle school.
It's because the write-in vote for Bart Simpson couldn't beat you, and all the cool kids cannibalized each other.
Brandon! Unkind.
Hey.
I think I did a nice job.
You turned out great. As an adult, you're hitting your stride. Now's your time. You know when you tell kids like it's going to be okay? 43 is your time.
Listen, I was a fine president in middle school and I ran again in junior high. Somehow won that. Did not have a catchy theme song.
I love that we're shooting for fun. Here's the thing. But
let me tell my story.
You didn't need another theme song because you know why? When you went up to give your speech, everybody looked around and they went, "Isn't this a sad girl with the Addams theme song from middle school?" And they go, "I think so." And they were like, "All right, let's not write in Bart Simpson this time. Let's just all vote for Ashley."
Well, I shared that bit of information and maybe I shouldn't have because you have handled it with not care. Okay.
I've loved every bit of this.
Okay. Let me tell my story. God. Okay. So I preached this weekend about Jacob and Esau, and I told this story about Harrison and Asher when they were like 6 and 3.
Okay.
And Asher came running in one day to Jeff, and he had something in his hand. He was like, Dad, you got to see my thing. You got to see this thing I have. And Jeff said, "What you got there, buddy?" And Asher goes, "It's a magic quarter." And Jeff said, "What makes it magic, Asher?" And he goes, "Well, it can blast through buildings and it can turn invisible and it can blow stuff up." And Jeff said, "Where did you get a magic quarter?" And Asher goes, "Harrison sold it to me for 2 regular quarters."
It's good.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
I mean, it just depends how you look at it.
Oh, not cute for Asher.
If you look at it in terms of one child is fleecing another child who doesn't know better.
Well, that's what big brothers do.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And after I told that story yesterday, we got home and Hope goes, "Did you ever do stuff like that to Uncle Brandon?" And I said, "No," because I was kind. Yeah. I was the Ashley candidate.
I wouldn't have fallen for it.
You were too shrewd.
I would have sold you a peso. A peso for 2 quarters and a I don't know. I told you my check engine light's on. It really is.
Okay, so I preached this weekend and also my brain's about to explode. Talk about check engine light being on. My brain's about to explode from all the back to school emails. There's like 3 a day from every school. And this will be our first year at 3 schools. 3 schools.
Because you had 3 kids.
Elementary, middle, and high.
You shouldn't have 3 kids.
Anyway, it's a lot.
It's a lot. 3 kids is a lot.
I've spent my mornings syncing up my calendars because I am the weirdo who still has the big paper calendar on my pantry door that I write in pencil. Mm-hmm. And if anyone writes in pen, or heaven forbid, Sharpie, Jeff.
I like a Sharpie.
You're dead to me.
You know what I love about a person who'll just go right in with a Sharpie is decisive.
I don't like it.
Well, then you married the wrong man. You married a Sharpie man. You married a Sharpay.
I seriously did. I think I may, honestly, in a moment, I'm not proud of it. I think I went out and bought a new calendar.
I'll tell you this right now.
And I said, "Jeff, never again."
When I'm going into battle, you know who I want leading me? A Sharpie man. I don't want some pencil princess back here.
We planned in pencil.
Making moves and go, no, wait a minute. And erasing strategies and such.
You got to be flexible. Yeah, you got to be able to turn on a dime.
But you got to be decisive. A magic dime?
What?
A magic dime that I can purchase for 2 dimes?
What about this? Erasable pen.
That's
It's a happy medium.
An erasable pen is a milk toast.
It is.
It's a pencil. It's a pencil who cut the sleeves off his shirt and started walking around with a toothpick in. Check out how tough I am now. I'm decisive. What's that on your butt, fella? Oh, no, I mean, it's nothing. Is that an eraser?
What's that?
Vinny, is that an eraser? Poking out of your jeans? No, it's not what you think. It looks to me like you're gonna make some decisions in erasing. Looks to me Like you're a flip-flopper there, fella.
You're non-committal, Vinny.
Why don't you go hang out across the way with the pencils and let the Sharpies do the big boy work? Okay, pumpkin? What's that? What's that little rubber pink thing on your tuchus there, Vinny?
Listen, you're telling me that you were prepared to walk in and write
that tattoo's not even real. That tattoo's not even real. Live fast, die young? Yeah, right.
Big Datey?
Big Datey, no regrets? Yeah. Yeah, sure, no regrets. Enough regrets that you still carry that eraser around with you.
Well, this has turned into a whole thing. A funny thing, nonetheless.
Just gangs of different writing utensils.
Yeah. Styluses.
And there's like, but they're all themed. And it's like they're getting ready to fight, but then out of the corner comes the paintbrushes. And they're the French guys.
And they're all wearing berets. They have a little mustache.
Yeah. And they just come in. Don't know who they're going to side with. Probably the Sharpies because they're permanent as well. Or maybe they're going to side with the pencils because they want to be the only permanent show in town.
Oh.
Highlighters! Green, yellow, purple, go! Pink, flank them! You know who comes in and wins that whole thing? The compasses, because they're just stabbing people.
Okay, now we're into all different school supplies.
Yeah. Golly. Just a blacktop rumble with all the different... Who wins?
I wish we had an animator. I wish you knew how to do animations.
I wish you knew how to do anything is what I wish.
This would be amazing if on the socials we could have a little cartoon.
Who wins?
Who does?
In a blacktop battle royale between all the school supplies.
After lunch. Sea lunch.
You remember when you got a different lunch than your main squeeze?
Ugh, worst.
That's a whole year.
I know.
We're not going to see each other once.
Romeo and Juliet.
That's what it was written about. Montagues and Capulets, A lunch and C lunch.
Highlighters and styluses.
A la carte and hots and readies. But listen, if we're seating them,
okay.
I think that compasses, they got the stabbies.
Okay.
A ruler's got distance.
Yeah.
A yardstick's got even more distance.
Sure.
Construction paper, get out of here.
Get out of here.
We're gonna blow right through you. You're done. You're done for.
Yeah.
But then at the last,
markers will make you soggy. Break you right apart.
Markers will make you soggy is a funny title. But I'm just saying, I want people to listen and think about this because this is important.
It's important, and there's a lot of angles.
Yeah, that's what. And so here comes the it's a compass, right? That does the angles.
Protractor.
And then the compass comes in and knocks him over and says, "More like amateur tractor." And then there's so many good one-liners that could happen. Yeah. Anyway.
It's really good. When you're choosing a writing instrument, not for your calendar, because we all know pencil is superior, what do you reach for? What do you hope that you have in your pencil cup, in your junk drawer?
Well, frankly, it all depends on what the intended use is. But if I'm gonna write, write, I like a pen, like a ballpoint pen.
Just a ballpoint
Or maybe
pen?
you know what I like? You know what I like are they're what are they called?
Pilots.
Pilots. Oh, with the medium tip.
Yep.
Medium tip. Fine's too fine.
Blue,
and I'm fine
black.
enough already.
Blue, black.
Black or blue, either.
Okay.
I'm good with either.
Okay.
But I'm a huge fan of a pilot.
A pilot. I enjoy.
And you can see the ink in it moving around.
Yeah, it's gel. There's that gel in there. It's very smooth.
Smooth. Smooth. People used to pay a guy named James in middle school to draw old English letters on their hands with a pilot. I got an old English B on there one day. Yeah.
For Brandon.
I bought him some Skittles. Tropical fruit. It's because that was James's favorite. And
Here's your payment.
I knew how to jump to the front of the line.
That's right.
Tropical fruit skitties.
It's true in adulthood as well. You wanna put in the winning bid on a property?
You want to get ahead in life?
You slide some Skittles across the table.
Yeah. And that's what you do. You got to slide them. You can't hand them. You just say, oh, the rate's 2.5%. Well, maybe you need to taste the rainbow. And he goes, yes, sir, the rate is still 2.5%. And he takes a handful of the Skittles. And you're like, well, that's a waste of perfectly good Skittles.
Just walk away. Good day to you, sir.
Good day, sir.
Just throw them.
Reach for your Skittles and he takes them back. You're like, you can keep those because I'm letting you. Not because I can't get them back from you. And fine, the rate's 2.5%. I knew that. I knew that anyways.
Yeah.
A pilot.
A pilot. I'm partial to a felt tip.
Ooh.
I like a felt tip, and they do bleed through.
Yeah.
So you have to
bleed through.
But the way I was even willing, sorry, Earth, in college to do one-sided notes if I could use a felt tip. I enjoyed it.
I mean,
and I know that that will cause some mixed feelings among some people, and that's fine because this is my life.
If you don't like our views on environmental preservation,
and I like to preserve the environment.
Yeah, so much that you take single-sided notes. Listen, I loved the environment so much that I didn't even take notes.
I stored them in my head, and I stored them in my heart.
I'm like Greta Thunberg.
Yep.
I'm like Greta Thunberger, and I'm here saving the planet.
I hear people make that comparison a lot.
Have you met Brandon?
It's not just you.
He's like Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
And Al Gore together.
Yeah.
As one. Listen, I don't like a felt tip because when a felt tip gets dry, it's like dry on dry. And it's like when someone rubs you on the back of your t-shirt, which is one of my least favorite things.
You've never liked that. Well, that's why you have to discard it. You get a new pin.
My t-shirt?
No.
I can't just be discarding my t-shirt everywhere I go. Have you seen footage of the NSYNCs when they went to shopping malls? It would be a mob scene.
Sir.
It would be a mob scene if I was shirtless.
No shirt, no shoes, no service, sir.
No problem. That's what I say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of school supplies, shopping for school supplies is typically one of my favorite things. But I'll tell you what is always missing.
Remember that whole Ashley's like Fonzie conversation? Let's just add that into the pros column.
I'm not alone in this.
Shopping for school supplies.
What is better than a freshly sharpened pencil?
Lots of things.
What is better than a clean sheet of college ruled paper?
Even more things.
In front of you. What is better than a new pack of Expo markers?
Having friends. Plans on a Friday night.
You can do both.
Can you?
You can.
Is there room?
I speak from experience. Anyway, I normally love...
That snot come out of my nose.
Okay, you didn't have to tell. I love shopping for school supplies, and normally it's a delightful experience. This year, I'll tell you what was the bane of my existence. An orange 3-pronged braided pocket folder.
Yeah?
Nowhere to be found.
Did it have to be orange?
Had to be.
Why?
We were given 3 colors. We needed a blue one, like a yellow one, and an orange one. Finally found one online, which felt like a waste.
Why are teachers saying that you have to have specific colors?
Well, I think they like to categorize them by subject matter. Like maybe Hope will have like a red reading folder, and the whole class will have red, so the teacher can keep them in a pile and know these are the reading folders. Maybe yellow for math. Maybe orange for whatever.
What is next? Slippery slope. You're going to take our Vera Bradleys. You're going to take our
Lisa Franks.
You're going to take our Lisa Franks. You're going to take our. You're going to take our
Trapper Keepers.
Unicorns. Oh. You're going to. My 5-star first gear has to be the color that you say.
Mm-hmm. I know the first gear can be whatever you
want. Miss
want.
Pizzulo would have never done this because she encouraged free expression in her classroom.
Yeah.
Wrap your book in brown paper bag.
I was going to talk to you about that
and write
today.
Brandon Hart's Jerica on it.
Wow. Hi, Jerica.
And things like
Old English bees.
Blink 182 rules.
Petty pals.
What a weird one. Just a kid in Stillwater High School or in Stillwater Middle School, just brown paper sack wrapped around his math book.
Yeah.
Just Tom Petty rules. Petty pals.
Mm-hmm. That's not weird.
I mean, it's
I would be friends
for the
with
time.
I would be friends with me.
I would be friends with me. The Ashley Ingalls story. Epilogue by nobody. Because
anyway, I was going to talk to you about that because tonight Harrison has freshman orientation. My oldest is going into high school, and I think they get their Chromebooks tonight because they get a new.
Man,
what?
Just the Chromebooks?
I know. They do not have textbooks anymore. They don't have them. Do you remember?
They care too much about the earth.
How you got, just the sheer weight.
That's why we're so powerful. That's why we're so strong and powerful.
That's why we all have scoliosis.
Yeah, well, you say scoliosis, I say noliosis. You say scoliosis, I say I'm a powerful 40-year-old man who walks with the strength of a man who carried tomes and tomes and tomes on his back.
I'm a Sharpie man. Sharpie-man.
I'm a Sharpie-man.
Because of that. So
Taking the Sharpie on your brown paper sack on your thing and drawing that cool S
yeah.
that everyone drew.
SHS, SJHS, SMS.
Go ahead. SOS, please. The most awesome SOS ever.
Superman.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't understand the joy of that. But here's what they don't have also. You can have a locker, but you have to request one. You know why? Because you don't need one. You have books. They're all on your Chromebook.
Man, lockers. Mm-hmm. There was this one time in middle school.
Is this going to be appropriate?
Probably.
Okay. Continue.
Thank you. Go for lunch. It was in middle school and I was in the hallway, and I walked out in the hallway, and I had not been using my locker as often. I just would throw stuff in there and then move on or whatever.
You didn't have a clean locker?
Shh. Okay. So I opened my locker, and out of it fell a week's old lunch bag with a Yoplait yogurt in it. Oh, no. And the Yoplait yogurt hit the ground and exploded everywhere. Crowds of people on their shoes, on their pants. And I scooped it up and tried to clean it, but I only got the Yoplait container out of the way and all this stuff. But there was just purple goo everywhere all over the floor. And some hall monitor teacher came over, and I was like, I'm in so much trouble. She walked up to me and she goes, I'm so sorry. If you're feeling sick, go to the nurse. And I had this brief moment of being like, I should tell her the truth and clean it up myself. Didn't. Went to the nurse, claimed that the purple bile all over the ground was not Yoplait. Was vomit.
What year was this?
This was 6th grade.
Okay.
Oh, cool. That's the line.
Okay. I thought you were going to say I was a senior.
I thought that I was going to be discovered because my barf smelled delicious.
Wow.
This is the fruitiest blackberry barf I've ever smelled.
Did you ever?
Just now.
Okay.
Just now told her.
Okay.
She's listening.
She's listening right now. Wow. Wow. Did you feel guilt about that later?
Not anymore.
Did you get to go home? Was it worth it?
I mean, I didn't have to clean it up. And
were you famous for it?
I'm 40 and just now talking. No, because it was kind of the perfect crime because nobody thought I barfed. But she did.
Okay.
And then I just kind of moved on.
And I just went with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, man, the fact that you saying the word lockers is what did that.
Yeah. Triggering.
Got some stuff.
Triggering.
I got some stuff going on.
Well, the kids now, like I say, lockers are elective. And yet they still sell all the stuff that you can, trick out your locker.
What do you need a locker for now?
Well,
you just got a Chromebook.
Maybe you want to put your lunch in there. Maybe you want to.
Maybe you want to store as many Yoplaits in there as you can, just in case you need to get out of some activities.
Buddy,
smash one on the ground.
Buddy, the lockers are not refrigerated. That's not safe.
What?
No.
Do you have to pay extra for the refrigerated locker?
You do.
Because that I'm into.
For sure.
Egg salad.
Meat locker.
Egg salad.
Oh.
Packed in there.
Pimento cheese.
Loaf. Pimento cheese loaf.
Pimento loaf.
Yoplait. Pimento loaf. Hard-boiled eggs.
Yep.
Happy lunch.
Happy lunch. Gazpacho.
and a nice gazpacho. If your locker's refrigerated, why not?
Why not? But now there's all kinds of stuff you can trick out your locker. When Hope and I were
I
buying,
love that you're using the term trick out.
I know. When I'm still in 92. Here I am.
We all are.
They have things. They have little bearskin rugs.
Okay.
That you can put in your locker.
Okay.
Chandeliers.
Okay.
Shelving units.
Chandelier.
Magnetic pencil.
How big are the chandeliers?
I mean, it's
Small.
a little.
So it's like hanging a disco ball from your rearview mirror.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, but I thought most kids don't keep their lockers clean enough.
No.
To have an open house.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Look at my pad, everybody.
They're also. Are they calling people over to hang out?
Yeah.
No.
Come on over to my place.
No.
My pad.
No, that's my space.
My tricked out pad.
A locker, man.
I know. So tonight's freshman orientation. To just be feeling all the feels as we go sit there, all of just absorbing the feelings and the energy, trying to prepare myself for it. Another thing that we've been doing at our house is that I've talked a little bit about this in the past in terms of cell phone usage and apps and social media. It's kind of a big moment for us because we told Harrison he's been on his cell phone journey since 6th grade.
That's the most 2023 thing ever. It's like boys used to go on walkabout and just try to survive in the wilderness. We're on cell phone journeys.
Technology journey.
Well,
it's about learning to be responsible with your technology while you're under our roof.
Well, it's for all those people who listen to this podcast for parenting tips. There are many of you.
Welcome to Parenting Corner. Anyway, guys, the internet's a scary place.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you this. And so we've had this journey. And so we told him basically no social media till high school.
Okay.
Which has been okay. I mean, I'm sure that he would have preferred to have had it before now, but it's been fine. So now we are trying to navigate that. And I've been pleased to see that even with some of like let's say like Snapchat. You got a Snapchat?
No, I don't. And I don't understand. And this is just the old person me. I don't understand Snapchat.
Here's what's happening on Snapchat now. The kids, the youths, they don't even text each other anymore.
They just Snapchat.
They just snap.
What do they send?
Selfies.
That's so...
up their nose with a little bar of text below. Like, in biology, this sucks. Here's a photo up my nose. See you at lunch. See you at sea lunch when we fight the highlighters. Bye.
I'll tell you this right now. These little soft as Charmin. These little baby butts coming in here sending snaps. You're not going to stand a chance against the highlighters. You don't stand a chance. You come out of there marked up.
We wrote paper notes.
You just have sharpness all over your face. There are too many of them. There are too many of them. I think, honestly, to me, that feels like too much work. It's like, if I'm going to send a text, the appeal of the text is it's easy. It's right here. And then it's gone. I don't have to take a picture of my face to do it.
You don't have to open a separate app.
Stupid.
Well, it's what they do. And so if...
That's just me being old. I just don't get it.
No, same. I have a Snapchat account. I've had one for a while, mainly for the fun filters, like Hopi and I think it's hilarious to like also, and I don't know if we shared this on the podcast, and we might have to share some photos. One of the standard male Snapchat filter makes me look just like you.
Yeah, it's unnerving.
It's unreal.
I'll tell you.
That is why I downloaded Snapchat in the first place, so I could do photo shoots as you.
I'll tell you who loves it.
I've done them.
Jeff. Because...
Jeff isn't freaked out about it.
He's not at all. It's not weird for him.
Guys, one night, after I had discovered this, Jeff was gone, the kids were gone. It's just how I spend my Saturday nights. I did
just like the Fonz used to. Just like Arthur Fonzarelli used to on Happy Days.
I did a whole photo shoot one night. And I did like different Brandons. I did like cozy Brandon and I like put on a robe. I did going to the gym Brandon. And I'll tell you what, that filter gives me unbelievable lats.
Yeah.
Lats
up top.
Man bun Brandon.
Can I tell you something? You've never looked better.
Real estate Brandon.
You've never looked better. And no, but honestly, the thing...
It's so weird.
Do you know what the thing...
Might have to share it, guys.
The thing that the male filter on you does for me is it makes me feel insecure about my lats.
They're intense.
Because it has overestimated my lat potential, my latitude.
Also, it makes you want to grow your hair out.
Yeah.
Those man bun pictures?
It's pretty solid.
I'm just saying. Anyway, guys, that's why I initially got a Snapchat account. I'm keeping it because now I'm
addicted.
On there with my kid. Oh, okay. But
I'm keeping it because I've made the best friends of my life on there.
It's where I go to
She's also a mother of 3. She's just from Australia. It's just some dude in his mom's basement.
Oh, God. Absolutely not.
Taking breaks from World of Warcraft to snap you. Oh, putting on a filter, doing duck face. Just drop the kids. Froyo on a Thursday. Ooh. Vera Wang. Ooh.
Stopping by Lulu. Ooh.
Ooh, do these make my butt look hot?
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Cougar
so
camp.
but here's what they're doing now. Snapchat is one that's a little with like the stories and things that you can view, but there's a feature on there now called Family Center where you can see who your child is friends with, who they've been communicating with. You can't see what they write because you want to give them some measure of autonomy and privacy.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
That's good.
But listen, back in our day, you wanted to know what your kids were saying to their friends. You just dig around in their backpack for the paper notes.
It's called the fascist filter because we want to control everything that people do.
Everything our children. But I'm telling you, you can stumble into some things.
There's some stuff.
Stumble into some darkness on the internet.
Yep.
For heaven's sake.
Okay.
While they're under our roofs, we have to teach them to use it responsibly and respectfully.
While you're under this roof, you'll snap according to my plan.
And you will use this broccoli-headed TikTok filter. I sent Brandon a picture today. There's a broccoli filter on it.
But it's proper broccoli.
It's actual
It's
broccoli.
actual proper broccoli, like from the crisper. Not just some dingus whose dad's an attorney and bought him a bunch of, like, just broccoli.
Whose dad's an attorney?
They all are.
What?
All these broccoli heads have attorney dads. So when they wreck their boats, they can be like,
wow. Now we've crossed over into the...
macabre. We're in Lachrymose Lake now.
We are solidly there.
What I'm saying is, guys, every boy that's on TikTok has at one point or another wrecked their attorney father's boat. It's happened. There's not a one of them who's not in a gang, a trust fund gang babies.
I feel like this isn't
doing dances.
It's not true.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Welcome to Misinformation Corner, where Brandon spreads his favorite type of information, miss. And we have a mascot for it, and she's just this really gross-looking lady in a sash that says Misinformation.
Welcome to Misinformation Corner. I'm Blanche.
Her talent is lying. She's real good at it.
Fake news, Blanche.
Screw you, clogging Blanche. Over here clogging to Cotton-Eyed Joe. Got you over here playing the wine glasses.
What?
They're filled up to the right. You know, have you seen somebody play the wine glasses?
Sure have, but what is happening?
I'm just imagining somebody in the Misinformation pageant playing that.
Okay.
It's not a real instrument.
It's like Miss Congeniality.
Yeah, but
Cassandra did that for her talent.
Did she really? Oh, that she
that came
did. That must have been. Okay.
Didn't just conjure that out of nowhere.
Listen, speaking of her,
Okay.
did you know that the Tuohys from The Blind Side are currently being sued by the Michael Orr from The Blind Side, the football player?
No.
Because apparently they didn't really adopt him. They just entered him into a conservatorship without telling him, and they've been like making money off of him.
Oh.
Read that today.
That's terrible.
Welcome-
we watched that not long ago. With
Welcome
the kids.
welcome to Brandon Ruins a Beloved Kids Movie Corner.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's information, not
I'm
misinformation.
going to be looking into that.
You really should.
Oh, I hope they work that out. That's
I
disappointing.
mean, I read the article 2 hours ago. I can't imagine that they've sorted it out by now.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Shame on you, Sandra Bullock.
Question.
Like she's the one that did it.
She did
It's like it's her career's ruined. She's canceled
no.
because a lady that she played.
Honestly, that would be something that would happen nowadays.
Society
would put it on her.
We can't differentiate between Sandra Bullock and the lady she played. Get her out of here.
Honestly, I bet if you pulled, I pulled the gin pop.
Gin
I would
pop.
say 50% of people would cancel Sandra Bullock.
You know what?
today.
You know what? I never trusted Sandy Bullock, anyways. Have you seen Practical Magic? She's a witch.
Listen,
Isn't she in Practical Magic?
I think so. With Nicole and
Promoting the occult.
Brandon, you are laughing,
But people get mad.
but that's probably what that is a genuine argument against Sandra Bullock.
Of all movies to protest Practical Magic,
I'm just saying.
these two salty witch broads are dancing around the kitchen.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it past.
Listen, we'll start a Kickstarter for her legal fees because she needs our help.
Our help. Question. I've been in a bit of a cooking rut lately, and I know you have a new addition to your cooking arsenal. Do you want to talk about it?
I sure do. You've never
I sure do, Blanche.
You've never started a segment that got me more excited.
Welcome to Cooking Corner.
Welcome. That actually sounds like that is a segment somebody's done. Welcome to Flat Top Corner, and it's the graphics me with a Dolph Lundgren flat top. I got
spatula.
an outdoor flat top griddle.
Yes.
I've cooked everything on it since. It's
I have noticed your house is less smoky.
decidedly less meaty in the air.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Do you love it?
It's the best because I get to go out there and I go out there by myself and I put I have 2 little spatulas I use and I'm just tossing stuff like a hibachi chef. I'm days away from trying out an onion volcano. It's the best.
Life-changing.
Cleanup is easy. It's amazing. Have made omelets, have made steaks, have finished ribs, have made a nice curry, have done all sorts of things. It's the best.
Sounds so nice.
You need one.
Well, we're thinking about it. I think you've got Jeff's wheels turning.
Kicking the tires on a flat top.
That's right. Okay? Because when we had dinner with Jess and Levi the other night, he has one.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the seasoning of the surface.
So you got to season.
What do you do to it?
You season it with either like a cooking oil or I used because I'm a sucker, it's not that much more than cooking oil. They have a recommended Blackstone brand seasoning.
Sponsor us, Blackstone.
Please sponsor us, Blackstone. The seasoning oil, and I used that.
Okay.
Worked like a dream. I actually have some left over. So should you guys get one, if and when, you are more than welcome to use my
How do you season it? Just put it on there once?
No, multiple times.
Okay.
You heat it up.
Okay.
Well, you wipe it down with soap and water at first. Make sure it's extra dry. Then you start seasoning. Well, you heat it up until it starts to smoke. Then you and turn black. Then you spread a thin layer, very thin layer. And as it burns off, when it stops smoking, you do it again and again. You do it 3-4 times. I did it 4 because I wanted to make sure it was right. Worked like a charm. Okay. Nothing sticks. It's great.
Do you have to season it again?
I have not yet. I think that it stays seasoned for a while.
Okay.
Because like you keep re-seasoning it every time you use it.
It's like a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
In that way.
Except really big and flat.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Sounds great. We have a large indoor electric griddle that we use quite often, more often than I thought we were going to.
You need to.
This, I think,
this is better. This is better, and you need to get one just in time for autumn time. Yeah. You go grill. You're just out there sitting in the bullfrog.
Oh gosh.
Jeff's making crepes. Yeah. Right.
What a dream.
Parisian crepes while I soak in the bullfrog.
Drinking my citrus mocktail. This is living.
This is what the Fonzie does. He sits and soaks.
Yep.
Gets a crepe made by Jeff.
Yep.
Sips a mocktail.
My Sharpie man.
Sharpie dressed man.
News from the Nextdoor app. I want to make sure we allow plenty of time for this.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening. I don't know if it's the heat that's making people crazy in our neighborhoods locally.
Okay. Yep.
It could be
locally
because it's making me crazy.
It's a little hot.
It's
been a little.
It's actually
hot
cooler today.
Today, when you're like in the high 80s and it's a cool day, you're doing all right.
Welcome to Weather Corner.
Got a lot of corners. I don't know what kind of shape this is. We passed like hexagon a long time ago.
It's a rhombus. We've passed rhombus.
We definitely have passed rhombus. Learn shapes.
There's a scandal that's afoot in your former neighborhood. So
Copperfield?
Redacted.
I don't live there now.
You can't say that after what I'm about to say.
We'll see.
You don't know what kind of shame you're going to bring on this community. Just be glad you don't live there anymore.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, George on the Nextdoor app says this. Crazy question. Anyone else in Redacted get dog poop left in your mailbox recently? Okay. I got home from work early today and found a doggy of dog poo in our mailbox.
A doggy bag of dog poo?
We can't help but wonder why.
Well, George.
And that's the scandal.
Do you want the answer? Because I'm the one that did it, George.
Stop it.
Sometimes.
What a horrible surprise. What a horrible surprise.
It's not a pleasant, it's a special delivery for sure. US Poo S. I don't need it.
I don't need it. And the comments, outrage.
Oh, of course.
First of all.
Of course.
But then here comes Fred with this comment, junk mail, smiley face.
Solid. And you know what? Suddenly all is forgiven.
Solid, Fred. Well done.
Can I tell you something? Fred's my first suspect because he had that one locked and loaded. Fred was ready with that zinger.
Fred is an aspiring stand-up comic, just waiting, lurking in the Nextdoor app.
And he's road testing all of his material.
How many likes did that one get?
Ooh, that's gonna crush at the Comedy Store. That's gonna crush.
At the Yeah.
Junk mail is the name of his Netflix special.
Junk mail. That'd actually be a really good one.
And it's him going, yeah. Yeah.
With a doggy bag of poo. Okay, next one. Carol has a problem with going to the movies.
Carol Baskins.
Carol. This is what Carol says. The problem with going to the movies is that there are so many trailers. I finished my popcorn and drink and the movie hasn't even started yet.
Well, that's a self-control issue, Carol. You don't need to start. It's not like there's a requirement that the minute you sit down in the seat, you got
have to start eating.
Also, amateur move, they give free refills. Yeah. Get a large. What do you think?
Back and back and back.
Back and back. It's a buffet. You don't, but just, I don't need to hear you.
Why is Carol airing her grievances on the Nextdoor app about this?
Right. Spielberg is just perusing the neighborhood app. You know what? I've been feeling lately like there are too many trailers. How many Carols have suffered because of just shameless capitalism?
Totally.
I'm in here trying to promote my next film. She's already finished with the popcorn.
It's a wonder she even stays for the
Come for the popcorn, stay for the trailers.
Anyway, Carol, were you just looking for some sympathy? Honestly, 16 people had commented and agreed. So that's what we're doing.
My favorite thing is I found a dog and was trying to save its life.
Yeah.
I got 3 responses. Carol finished her popcorn too quickly.
Amen, Carol.
Golly.
Same, sister.
Been saying it for years.
I will say, on occasion, the trailers do go a little long.
Okay, Carol.
I will
Got
say.
it. Got it.
My junior mints are already gone.
Show up later. Start your popcorn later. There's a million different ways to slice this. Not the least among which, just don't start eating your popcorn right away.
That's a good point.
Get
gotta
2
eat it while it's
popcorns.
hot. Eat it while it's hot.
Take single kernels at a time. You don't got to shovel.
How?
How? My favorite is whenever you hear people, as it goes dark in between trailers, you'll always hear people like, that looks good. I want to see that. You always.
No to that.
Yeah.
No.
That looks
dumb.
terrible.
I do that. I do that to my kids.
Keanu looks old.
Tom's looking great. How is your algorithm?
It is good.
You've sent me some good things.
I sent you some real good things. I'm trying to. I sent one yesterday. What's it called? It was like old style, old fashioned.
Old-time hockey.
Old-time hockey.
Hockey.
I don't know. But I went down the deepest rabbit hole of his videos the other night because they always open with him holding out something to eat. And he goes, here you go, buddy.
Here you go, buddy.
Really quietly, ASMR style. Yep. And then he just talks about the food that he makes.
And there's a song in the background that is delightful.
A song. And it's like sometimes it'll just cut to his dogs and he just goes, good boys.
Good boys.
But it always ends and starts with him going, here you go, buddy.
Here you go, buddy.
And I must have watched 70 of his videos the other night.
I watched a couple
and
of
I sent some to Cody and like specifically to all my friends, but I sent some to Cody and Cody's like, oh yeah, I watch this guy's stuff. I was like, of course you do.
Yeah.
I get grief about my algorithm being weird. Cody's is as weird.
Cody some of our best stuff comes from Cody, honestly.
He's pretty solid.
Hi, Cody.
I got to send you something. It's not my algorithm, but I'll send you after we do this. It is a video that Michael Trepanier sent me on Sunday morning, of him standing with a dragon fruit and he cuts it Kalanta coffee style and goes, dragon fruit.
Whoa.
It's my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look
it's
at
great.
him.
It was great.
I loved that. And here's what I say about hockey, old time hockey, either go to therapy or watch those.
Yeah. Cause it's
same effect.
Here you go, buddy.
Calming.
Here you go, buddy.
The chicken noodle soup one.
So good.
Brought me right into a place of peace.
Hey, buddy.
Also,
Dude's got 2 million followers.
Does he really? Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
This is where we are mentally. This is what we need.
We need old school, old style hockey.
We do. The guy that you sent me, the crushing things with his chin, that hurt my neck so bad.
I got that because Mom was sending the crushing things stuff.
Yes.
And so now it's just a dude doing that, but just with his chin.
He's got quite the chin.
Crushes a watermelon with it.
Watermelon.
A whole watermelon.
And it just escalates as you go.
Yeah.
What's next? A cement block?
I sure hope so. Here you go, buddy.
My neck was hurting watching that.
Yeah.
I still am in the Disney algorithm, but this one's fun. The background voices, it's either like the voiceover actors, which I posted one last week of Tom Hanks doing Buzz Lightyear, or Woody, and then Tim
Yeah.
Allen doing Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
It was
it's fun. It's fun.
But then also the announcers,
Yeah.
like the people you hear before the fireworks or the shows or whatever. And it's so fun to see their faces as they speak. So that's fun. This one came through. My friend Emily sent this, and it was options to shorten names. And it was funny. So like Jennifer, the nickname is Niffer. Theodore is Odor. Brandon is Rando.
I tried to get people to call me Dawn for a while. It didn't take.
Rando.
Yeah. Well,
Rando's better.
that checks out.
Okay, quickly, what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
We have been Righteous Gemstones. Been
Oh,
trying to get all the way
the
caught
new
up
one?
on. Yeah, trying to get
I
all the way
haven't
caught up
started.
on that. I
How
would
you
say
feeling?
fun. It's
Okay.
it's ridiculous, but been having a great time with it.
Yeah.
So we'll just do that one as my. Oh, also been listening to a lot of an artist called Black Joe Lewis that we're opening up for at Beer City on the 12th. So
Yes.
spoiler. Come check that out. Anyway,
Check it out.
What about
I'm
you?
excited about that one. I have been thoroughly enjoying Parks and Rec. Nothing new here, but as my fall asleep show, I'm deep into Parks and Rec again. This
good.
Peacock subscription,
It's phenomenal.
best thing that's ever
Phenomenal.
happened to me.
It's I didn't include The Office just because it's a given because it's always on because
Always.
of Peacock.
Always.
Huge.
I saw that Asteroid City.
Oh, we watched that yesterday, so that could be in mine.
How was that?
It was painfully aware that it's a Wes Anderson movie. I will say that it's visually stunning. I'll be curious to know what you think. I feel like
okay.
there are parts of it that are like very Wes Anderson-y, like
Sure.
almost overly. But
Well, they are. It
But
is.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'm
So
glad
it's
I
currently streaming on Peacock.
Watched it yesterday
So we'll do that. I've had to put The Bear on hold because of Jeff's travel.
because of my anxiety.
Because of my, well, that too. Anyway, Crindy has told me about another one on Paramount Plus called Why Women Kill. She's deep down
That
a
sounds
rabbit
like
hole.
that's a Crindy thing.
Crindy loves some crime.
Crindy Loves Some Crime is the
Welcome
title of the episode.
To Crindy's Crime Corner. Anyway, what's your warm heart?
I said I didn't have one to start the episode, but I thought of two during the course of the episode. One, got to spend a whole day with dear friend Jake, who I haven't seen
Hi, Jake.
in a very long time because he's very busy and whatever, but he's rounding out summer. He's a teacher, and we got to spend the day together. Benny hung out with his son, Augie. It was a wonderful day. Hey, Jake, love you, buddy. And also, field producer Amanda had a birthday this weekend, so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, Amanda. Mine is Hope and I have been cleaning out her room for the last several days. It's amazing what you can find in there. But anyway, we put up some LED lights, and last night, just on a whim, we had an impromptu dance party in there. The whole family got involved, gangster rap, and I looked over at Jeff Engel, and he had tears streaming down his face because he was laughing so hard.
Because it was a core memory and he was trying to log it away. This is the greatest moment of my life. My family finally shares my love of gangster rap.
That's exactly right.
He's a
Coolio.
He's a sharpie.
Coolio,
He's a
guys.
sharpie man. Hey guys, thanks for
Anyway.
listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Your home for crime, cooking, gangster rap,
And Sharpies.
and sharpies. All right.
Bye.
Bye.